What is up, and welcome to another session of the Workbench. How y'all doing? It's a Tuesday, I think it is. Hell yeah. I was about to go work on the computer in the other room, and guess what? I started the stream instead. So, if you don't know, my name's Abdonimus Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It's going to be a chill Workbench kind of evening. Being able to get some stuff done on the brand, and the brand being Double Drop Down. Ryan stayed up a little later this last couple days. Got some stuff for the stream, some stuff for the game, and I'm just gonna hang out, get things going on. Hey, what is up? There he is, the guy himself. Trienemy, what's up, man? Hey, I'm just chilling tonight. I got the new rat, which is looking pretty damn good, so I figured I might try to integrate that tonight. Also, gonna go work on some other things, like maybe put some stuff together on the game site so we can get the new graphics in there. Maybe start getting some promotion going for the new fun. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully everything's going well. I have been so freaking drained from this heat lately. It is hard to be motivated to do much, but it's cool. We're gonna get it going tonight. So guess what my agenda is? I don't got one. I'm gonna do it all off of the top of the dome, and we're gonna figure this out as we go. I've been collecting a bunch of little sticky notes lately that I've been finding just squirreled away in the house. Sticky notes are great and also terrible at the same time. I have this drawer at work where I constantly spit out sticky notes like all day long because it's a great analog way for me to collect the little thing I need to do. But then I collect them all and I shove them in a drawer. So I have this drawer that one day I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll pull them all out and stick them onto something, make some sort of mural, or maybe just throw them away like I should, like a normal human should, instead of saving every note that you've taken. Unfortunately, I have saved years of notes. I have notebooks like out the brim at my work at the moment. But anyways, I digress. One of the first things I wanted to check out tonight was go in and get some of the stuff that Trienemy has been creating on the stream. So I'm going to go and grab some of that stuff as we just sit here and yap about it. So the rat was coming along really well. Trienemy, I don't know if you use a Crown Royal bag to keep yours. Nice. The very velvety bag to hold onto your awesome thoughts. Hey, actually, I should just read some of these things. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some of the cards that I found around. Actually, since we'll go on with the story, we talked about the story on the last The Hangout with Adam and Ryan. And one of the thoughts, and I don't know when I wrote this or how this came in, but I was thinking like plot twists in the game. And one of the things was if the skull gets taken and maybe there is some like other spaceship we're able to just dip out in and try to chase off with it, wouldn't it be kind of cool if somehow Roby got like, I don't know if bit is the right word, but that's what I wrote down here, bit by the skull, or some sort of some kind of contact that allowed him to gain a little bit of the power. And so that's like a big turning point in the game, is that he gets something that happens to him, he passes out for a second, that's when the skull disappears, but now he has a connection to it. I don't know. That was a note that I wrote down. Doesn't have to be anything, but so he's gained some powers. I guess I talked about the grandpa storyline, and let's see here. Okay, there's nothing compelling on this one. We want to push some blocks and collect them items. Let's see here. So there's a variable that toggles on and off the same actor. Well, that completely makes sense. I don't know what that one is. Okay, we have some artwork. Let's see if we can see this one here. Oh, you can't see it from there. There we go. There's some amazing artwork on a sticky note. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. Oh, and then a to-do list. So very random things that I have here. To-do list. I need to cancel Planet Fitness, which I clearly did, so I can mark that one off the list. That thing was just kind of sitting there taking my money for a little while as I forgot about it. Oh, I did cancel. I did cancel Comcast or Xfinity today. It was a funny situation because I gave him a buzz and I was like, hey, guess what? I like to cancel. And she's like, what? You've been like a customer since 2000. And I'm like, yeah. But guess what? there's a new hotness in town. It's called T-Mobile, and I'm good to go. And she's like, I heard T-Mobile, they're not very good. I heard that their connectivity's not well. And I was like, well, I got fiber coming in this place now. And she's like, yeah, but we can upgrade you to our gig program. And I was like, all right, well, mine's half the cost of that. And I don't think you have fiber. I'm pretty dang sure you don't have fiber, because I would have probably considered that a little bit ago. So thought that was a funny little anecdote for the day. And she really realized I couldn't do anything for me. All right, so continuing on, let's see here. Oh, we have to. I'd like to make a learning slide. That might be something that we could actually do tonight. Like a slide that when we want to learn something on the show, I push a button, and there will be a slide that says, "Hey, let's learn it out." And the rest of those were just little notes. I got jacksonriley.cool on here, and then there's a goal: push for more subs and followers. All right. Some very good, insightful little sticky notes here, and we'll see where we're at. Oh, there's one more. Let's see here. Find needs for specific analog hardware, GP Studio, and A-Sprite. Oh, I get it. So I've been looking online for some YouTube videos in regard to some specific things in GB Studio, and I haven't found them out there. Everyone starts from the very beginning. They start showing off the platform, all those details, and then after a while, they kind of peter out and they don't have the answers to my questions. And I'm thinking, hey, if I find a question, or we find a question that we want to talk about, maybe we should just make a little clip on it. Maybe do it on the show, maybe do it after, throw it up on the channel. Then other people can find it, because there's a question I had. All right, got to make another post. It's been a minute since we posted on the site. We have so many of these different Trello board posts of the shows. I might need to move some of those over this evening, and then continue to link to other sites, videos, and make sure that we show some of those things that we're doing in the chats. Those are some great ideas to continue our growing our channel, growing our website, and I think those are some of the things I'm going to focus on this evening. So as I said, I was trying to download some stuff as we're sitting here, and I did not do a good job of it. But Ryan, let's see here. Ooh, he has got a new folder here called the Rat folder, and it's in an A-Sprite folder. I am anxious to see what this looks like. We're going to get this going right now. I did get my little screen over here. I like this, but one of the things that I keep noticing is it doesn't hold the freaking, whatever you call it, focus. If we go over here, what is up? This one works well. Focused very well. This one, focused. And then this one, it will, see? It's like, hey, I'm focused, but nah, there's something else in there. Maybe it's the stuff on the side there, but if I adjust it a little bit, it gets all focused and focused nicely. There's just too much to look at. It's like a museum. You can see way back in the upper right-hand corner, there's even a skull very far deep in the realm of my basement. But any case, I thought that was interesting. But that was not why we're on this screen right now. It's because we need to go over to here and look at our sprites. So let's take a peek at it right now. Jump on in and see what we can do. Oh, it looks like I had my opacity down a little bit on these transparent slides. We'll make ourselves a little bigger. There's the game. And there's all the pieces. So let's just see what we got with this A-Sprite Rat folder. Ryan, I feel like you nailed it, man. He's been helping it out really good. Oh, man, there's a lot of little pieces of the Death Rat. Okay, let's see this. I don't see that the grid's on there, which probably is fine, because he was able to do it in the right way. So let me get the file all squared away so I know exactly where I should be putting some of these things. And then we'll put that one back into our piece. So let me open my assets. Go get a sprite here. So I do have a rat slide in here. What's going to happen is, oh man, it's going to take some effort to swap out the rat slide because I named it the rat slide. Oh, you know what? I'll name it rat default. I think that's a better way to do it. I don't think I could do it while it's open though. So let's do this off like this. Oh, I guess it worked. Rat default. And I don't think the rat's going to necessarily need any other kind of love on that one. It's just going to be called rat default. And then let's open AB, passed out. All right, there we go. We got our grid in play. I think Ryan used the same thing. That looks good. Rat. Yup. It's a little shorter on there, which shouldn't be a problem. I don't think we're going to add any more to the rat as we go forward, so. I don't know. Like, he's running around. If you, like, smacked a rat, you should have some knockback, too. So I think you could do some knockback on one of these. Actually, that would be a fun thing to try in a little bit here. Yeah, so we'll start here tonight. Let's try to get this rat into the situation, and then we'll move on from there. But what I want to grab is this grid. See if I can't put that into the rat so I can kind of get my bearings on where he has it placed. Okay. Yep, there we go. Right on the money. Good job. Oh, crap. I don't want to put it right there, though. I want to put it on a grid layer. And why do I need that grid? Why does that matter to me? Well, just helps me understand when I go into the world where I'm trying to place the rat. I may have to move it down a little bit in a minute here, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. Rat is looking nice. Nice and rat-tastic. Okay, that rat has like he's like laid out. He's kind of dead. All the other rats look really good. I guess we're going to have to go look at the animation. See what this thing looks like over in the double drop down sprites area. So let's take a look at what Ryan's been building on. And that way we can kind of see how things are squaring up. So here's one of the initial rat compilations. And oh, it does have it has what I need at the bottom. So you can kind of see the rat. So it has like a 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, which we could do. So there's the run. Wait, what was that little part in the middle? Oh, he's biting. There's a bite animation. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna think about how we're gonna integrate that. Okay, so there's that, and let's take a look at this one. Oh, this is with the death animation. Oh, I love it. He's like, huh? Bah! So the rat itself is gonna have to be running back and forth. So if he's running around, I'm gonna have to figure what triggers him to stop. I don't know. That'll be a challenge in a minute. Let's just get the dang thing into the platform. I'll leave those up there. That will help me as I navigate these next steps. All right. The other piece of this is GB Studio gets a little weird if I don't put a background layer on it. So we're going to put the background color in there. Let's see here. What's the color mode on this guy? We need to change to RBG. There we go. And let's drop in the paint bucket, and we are ready to roll. We are set. Good. And oh wait, we need to move these down. Can I do multiple things at once? Hold on a sec. I'm curious on something. Nope. Can you grab and do things in multiple layers? Let's see. Nope. You can only do one layer at a time. All right. Let's see how best we can do this. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Okay, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Oh shit. 1. His belly. Where's the rat's belly? It's on a different slide. Let's figure out where the belly's in there. Oh man, his belly is a little ripped open on that one. Okay, so if he's on that belly's on this one, so we need to go grab that. So we're gonna say cut. Oh shoot, no, we don't want to do that. We're gonna have to use this little dude. We're gonna select the belly, and we're gonna paste it onto this one. All right, we are set and ready to roll. Select everything. 1, 2, 1, 2. Was it? Was that what I said? 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. How did that move? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, shoot. No, that was right. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And we got to do the death animation a little different because his feetsies are kind of hanging off the edge there. So let's do 1, 2. I guess we're just going to bring it up to this piece. Okay. We got our rat set, ready to go within the grid. Now, why do I put it at the bottom? That might be a question you're asking yourself. Like, why did I just move everything down? It was perfectly centered. It was looking great. Well, it's because how well, and I could actually move it up one frame, but it's essentially a GB Studio thing that's happening that I'm trying to overcome. If I keep it within this grid, it's good. But I think I am going to move them up just a tad. I'm going to move them up to this layer. That'll be a perfect amount of space for me to do what I'm trying to do. And then it actually will help because I got that dead rat that we got to work on. This will be more fun because it's a little bit more dynamic at this point. And I think Ryan's got a good hold of what we can do with what we have here. I am the yappiest of yappers. I came home today and I did not feel tired, but I went and sat down and apparently I passed out. I opened my eyes, my kid's standing over me. I'm like, whoa, what's up, bro? It's kind of funny. Okay. So with the rat in position, we're going to take off the grid. We're going to save the rat and we are going to export as a rat default, and we're gonna chuck that into our sprites folder. So if you know how we do it on the here, I'll just kind of give you the quick rundown. Is here is the back end of GB Studio's folder structure, and the only thing we did, or at least I did, to make this a little bit more user friendly for myself, is they had the backgrounds file and they had the sprites file. I went ahead and recreated that name and then just put a sprite at the end just so that I could hold all my original artwork or Ryan's original artwork in those folders, and then I just spit it out into the proper folder. So in this case, we want to throw this guy into the sprites. Default rat for the win, and we are exported and ready to roll. All right, so what we had in this scene over here, in the big scene, we'll zoom her in, is we had our rat, so we'll just rebuild it in there. I think that's a good place to do it. I like this rat, and I know I'm not the greatest of artists, but that is a cute damn rat. You can't tell me it's not freaking cute. Oof. Oh, shoot. I forgot, though. I have all the code on that rat. All right. Okay. Let's just see what kind of code I put in here. Local, true. Oh, my God. Oh, what did I do? Gotta go remember all the pieces here. Uninitiate. Oh my God. I need to create like a documentation for this thing. Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh, I see. So it's marking a position. When I get into that position, it's going to trigger a script. And then this one should be on the rat. Okay, that makes sense. That's a helpful little feature right there. So I guess if you have this YouTube video and you're watching it, you at least can see how I made the rat. I don't think there was much else. Let's see what was on initiation of. Oh, that's not on the rat, is it? Yeah, that's on the rat. Okay. Let's find our way into the sprites folder. And we got our rat default. There he is. Let's zoom this guy in. Oh, you can't see it because my big fat head's in the way. Maybe this is why this is going to be helpful. You don't need to see me. You need to see the screen. Okay, so we got 4 tiles. So we're going to go up 1, 2. Oh, there's 6. 1, 2. Looking good, looking good. And the first thing is idle right. Okay, are we going to have multiple rat animations? No, I don't think so in this case. So let's take Ryan's file on what he created here, and we're going to leverage this as a way to track all the pieces. Let's see here. I need to put this down over here. Hold on a second. there's any chatters, we know how to chit chat with y'all. Okay, so I don't think I can pull this down. That's fine. You don't need to see it. I'm going to be recreating the rat animation that Ryan has. And so one of the first things is he has like a run animation. So if he's looking right, let me think about this for a second. We might actually have to have multiple rat animations, because you'd have him running around, and then you're going to have a death animation. That makes sense. So we're going to have to go back and we're going to do one more thing in A Sprite. I just have this idea that we're going to do this. This one should be actually pretty easy though, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to save the same rat and I'm going to export at, no, we're going to save as, and we have rat default, and then I'm going to put rat death, and we'll save that right there, and we'll export. We've got to make sure it's in the right folder as well. To our sprites. All right, now we're cooking with pixels. I don't think we're going to need much more of that. Now we can continue our rat animation. So the first thing is we just want the rat to be able to run. And it looks like in certain cases he could just pause and kind of look around, which, we could do another random piece. So it's like rat run, rat bite and look. I don't know how I'm going to get the rat to bite. Like, he's going to have to be close by, and that's where he's going to do his little snap. So maybe let me just get the run animation in. I think that's going to be the best I can go. That's best effort at this point. So you got enemy, run, back, forth, back, forth. Okay, let's try the run cycle. First frame would be this little dude right here. Let's see how we can position this. Let's put him right there for now. There's 3 unique tiles with that. All right, fair enough. I'll just duplicate a couple of them right here. It's going to be 3 of them. I'm sure there's an easier way to duplicate. I'm sure there is, and I just don't know where it's at. Pull this down a little. Okay. Let me just watch this animation up here again. You're not going to get to see it, but... Okay, fair enough. It looks fine. So then he has his little... leap. Ryan's really good at animations like that. Let's take a go between these two. Yeah, it definitely looks like he's running. Okay. So we will take this one and we'll put it here. All right. Just for the sake of this, I feel like I want to see him run. I want to see if it's running. Let's be the first step. Wait, that was idle right. Hold on a second here. Let me think about this. We don't want 4 directions. We want platformer. So that's idle right, which I guess looks fine. So we're going to have to do moving right, and then... Does he have a jump? I don't think he really has a jump, but that's fine. We can add some of that into it. So we're going to have to recreate what we just did a couple times. I wish there was like a right-click duplicate. Wait, hold on a second. Is there a duplicate in here? Nope. Can I copy that state, though? Copy animation state. That's the whole state. I don't think I can paste it. I'm going to try it, though. Nope. That don't work. It wants me to do it manually. And that's what I'm going to do. We're just chilling tonight. I wish I should get some jams on. Let's see here. I guess I could put some jams on. Let's do that. We're going to listen to some of this, but I'm going to turn the volume down. It's going to blast my ears if I do it otherwise. You're going to have to let me know if you can't hear me, though. Or you can't hear the music, I guess. All right, let's see here. I had some cool chiptunes music earlier. Oh wait, crap. Did I just turn the volume down by just rolling my finger on the mouse? I did. Let's see if there's any other chiptunes music in here. Chiptunes. Wait, is it up top? Nope. It's fine. We're just going to use this one for now. All right, let's get Ratty Rat going with his next frame. And then 2 of this guy. Let's go between these 2. This is a very time-intensive process, as you can see. This little butt comes off of that one. You have to be pixel perfect. All right. Now he's jumping to the right. What would a jump look like? You know what? I feel like we're going to put this frame as the jump frame. Now you're starting to see why I had to collect, kind of reposition him. That might be the way that he would jump. He'd have a little bit of like a bite. It's also where he gets killed. It says kill frame. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Ryan, that you can hear it. It seems really loud for me. Are you able to hear me, though? I mean, not that my voice is very entertaining, but if I say something profound, you might want to hear it. All right, so if he is climbing, this might also be important to have in there. Let's drop that guy right there. All right, I think we got a pretty decent version of it, which is exactly all the pieces we need for his default animation state. And we are currently using, wait, 6 tiles. Says a maximum of 40 sprite tiles can be displayed on screen at once. A maximum of 10 tiles can be displayed on the same horizontal row. This is important to understand. The number of unique tiles used by this sprite in total across all animations. Reduce the number of unique tiles to allow more sprites to be used in the scene. That is a copious amount for a rat. Let's not undersell that right now. So we may have to do some adjustments in a bit. And maybe what I do is I just take his jump animation out. Let's see what happens if I do that. Jump right. If I take that out, I think we're going to save some sprites. Let's see here. No, it still says that there's 12 unique. Oh, it's because there's the climbing one. Let's see here. Let me delete that. Oh, yeah. That cuts it out considerably. Ooh, I have this like little... I have a volume rocker for the volume on my keyboard that I never noticed it before. Okay, I like this. 7 unique total makes me feel a little bit better. But what we need to do is I need to have him like still being able to jump right. What does a jump right look like? Maybe this one right here. Just put him up a little bit higher. He's just jumping. I don't think we're ever going to use that animation anyway, but just to have something in play for now. All right. Let's go back to the game world. And honestly, we're just testing right now, so I don't necessarily have to put it in this scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck it into a scene that I spawn into. Make it a little bit more easy to test it. Add our sprite, which is an actor. Passed out AB is our default now because it's alphabetized to the top. All right, rat default. Oh, he's cute. He fits into this little scene so well. Okay, let's see if he's running. So we did have to adjust the speed before because it was going slow. Like, let's see here. I think 5 was where we went. Movement speed? I don't know about that. Let's run the game. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so as this guy spins up, what we can do is we could actually watch the game be built down here. There's a, or can we? Settings, dialogue. Oh, I think I have to double click this. There we go. There it goes. Building the game. Finding all the pieces, putting all the parts, validating the files. Oh, look at that. It's updating the new rat piece that we put in there. Haha, it's great. Okay, we are built. Let's see how this rolls. I'm gonna leave the debugger on too, just a little bit, so you can jack with it. Keep that a little bit lower on the page. Okay. So our rat should be. Look, he's just chilling. What's up, Ratty? All right, so he's in the scene. That's good. Now what we need to do is just... Now what I'm trying to figure out was why is he pointed to the right? Okay, I get it. He's pointed down in our scene over on the right-hand side here. Okay. So, first of all, why the hell was he higher? I don't understand that. Like he seemed like he was up here. But first of all, we're gonna say you're pointed. Why is the direction off? This is gonna trip me out. Watch. So if he's facing that way, he's facing the opposite way. Why is that? Oh, I think I know why. I know why. Okay, so let me go into the sprites. I got it. I see why it is. So our sprite is set up as such that he's pointed to the right hand or to the left hand side. But when you create animations in the game, they only have it so that the animations point right. So you make all your animations as though they're pointing to the right hand side first. And then in the game, it will auto flip it to the left hand side. So there's a couple ways we can handle this. I can go ahead and adjust the frames in here. I can go over here and mirror them, or I could do it in the sprite sheet and log back in and everything would be good to go. So the thing would be is if I go moving right, there's all these extra frames down here. I'd have to adjust a couple up here in the different sections that I created. So instead of actually going and changing and flipping it here, if I wanted to make an edit or Ryan makes some edit later down the line and we color this thing, it's probably best to have it in the sprite sheet. So we're going to go back to the sprite sheet. We're going to get this fixed up. So the first thing is, this is the death animation. So let me go ahead and open up our default animation to get this one going. Hey, we see a couple more folks that have joined our stream. So let us know who's in here tonight. Thanks for hanging out with on the workbench. We're doing some work in A-Sprite today, building on pieces of the game. Now that I think about this, we're going to have to turn the grid on because I want to make sure I do this right. Because I'm probably going to have to do it like this. Make sure I completely grab it perfect. Go to this one. Now, is there a flip? Is there a sprite flip on this one? Rotate canvas. Oh, wait. That's flip the canvas. But can you flip your selection? I don't know. I don't think you can. Well, son of a... All right. we're gonna have to do this manual. It's gonna take a minute, but I think it's gonna be okay. There's gotta be like a transform. Come on now. Is there not a transform? Okay, thank the Lord there is. I was gonna freak out for a second there because it was gonna be a little bit more intense. So I should be able to select this. I'm getting right within the box, and then I should be able to use edit. And what is that? Flip horizontal? There we go. That's exactly what we needed to do. So We're gonna have to run this a couple times. Hey, thanks for watching me transform things. How amazing is it? Oh shit! Wasn't because I was on the wrong layer there. And that should just he should be like perfectly within the right spectrum. But the only shite. I think I'm gonna have to go back into the game and adjust because, all right, regardless, we're gonna have to do some work. It's okay. That's why we're here today. Just messing around. We're doing some work. We're gonna go over and do some marketing stuff in a little bit here, which will be fun as we get into that. I'm vibing on this song. This is Portobello Head. Definitely makes me want some mushrooms right now. One of the things I got recently is an air fryer, and the wife had been really wanting me to get an air fryer for quite a bit of time because she swears by it. She says they're a really quick and fast way to cook food, and I wasn't necessarily resistant of getting an air fryer. I just wanted to like find the right one and have the right moment. I'm a little bit weird like that, analyzing, figuring out the right thing, and I just couldn't find the right one that would fit in the kitchen until one day I figured it out, got the right air fryer, and so now daily I feel like I'm air frying stuff. And today was a good day because I nailed the French fries that the kids actually liked. I made probably about 4 or 5 rounds before today on French fries, and they weren't having it. They didn't like it. You use your air fryer a bunch? You know what? I would love to know. Oh, what's the secret to French fries? Oh my God, there's some air fryer love in the chat tonight. What's up, Mike Azul? How you doing, man? The trick this time was they wanted the fries a little crispy, so I had to do it a little bit more like thin fries this time. All right, I got this thing done, so we're good to go. So that helped get them thin fries. So here's another trick that I've been using with air fries. If we're doing air fryer kind of cooking tips, is I buy this olive oil spray, and I swear it's the best kind of stuff. Instead of trying to like put fries and stuff into something and just, I guess it's not hard to put something in a bowl and kind of coat something in olive oil, but you spray stuff on it. It's an olive oil spray. I guess you could put it in like a squirt bottle. Okay, so we've readjusted our default app. So rat. So here's what we're gonna do. The first thing is I'm gonna file and I'm gonna export this one. Just make sure I'm going back into the sprites folder, and we're gonna save that into the default, which is great. We did the thing. But what I also have to do is I'm gonna save this over the death animation because we're gonna potentially get to that in a little bit. So I'll throw that over into the rat death animation. And then I will export that one as a sprite as well. We should be in play. So the question I have as far as air fryer is concerned is like, what healthy things can you do in it? Not that it's not healthy to eat the things that I've been doing in there. I just feel there's some things that I could probably do a little bit better. Okay, here was the challenge, and I knew this was already going to happen. I kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, is because I flipped it, the rat used to occupy this frame. So when I grabbed it before, I was grabbing these 3. And so you notice when I updated it, it clearly moved it to this direction. So I'm going to have to redo everything anyway. But it is what it is. This is experimentation. This is finding little things and knowing how to get away from it as you go through the future. All right, so let's get our rat all squared away. We know what to delete at least. Oops. Guess I could have just deleted everything. That's fine. We do it. How did that one get perfect? Oh, because of the tail. But he's still a little bit too far to the wrong side. So we'll do that. Here's our moving right. So you unfortunately have to watch me do that a second time. But you learned with me. That's the fun part of this, is it's about learning. You can get frustrated with things in life and find that you have to do them over, but sometimes it just like drills it in your brain. Makes you understand that There's some learning moments, so I'll never do that again. If Ryan ever gives me one of these sprites, I will chastise him to no end. Why did you make it go left? Just kidding, dude. You did a great job today. All right, here's our little rat. Now he's... I can't wait to see how cute he is. Now, one of the things, too, I like to keep and pay attention to was... Just a minute ago, we tried to play it in the actual world, and I noticed something. He was stuck, or he looked like he was jumping up at the top. So while I'm doing this, my brain is running some like subroutines to figure out why the hell he wasn't moving and what I need to do to fix that. And we're going to figure that out very soon here, because we're almost got the rat repositioned. Okay. There he goes. He's looking damn cute. We got to recreate that one more time. And what I'm noticing as I place this rat, and what I like about this is you can see the little pixels within there. I think that was a new addition, and I can't tell if that was 4 or if it was in 3.2 that came in, but it is. They have really done some QOL on this, and I liked it. I appreciate that. I appreciate the gentleman Matt who's created this. Just cool to be able to make Game Boy games. I was watching some Xbox channel recently and looking at the games that are coming out, and I was thinking about the game that we're making here, and I was just like, oh my god, like the games of today are insane. The amount of graphics and pixels and things that people are able to create in there, it just blows my mind. I mean, I can't even figure out I wish I could be part of that. I would love to be a little bit more creative than I have been lately. I'm getting the creative itch lately. Like, I don't know how much longer I cannot be in a creative mode, because it's fun to be in a leadership position and I can make some things happen. But, you know, to be honest with you, this is my vibe. Just being able to create, do some stuff. It seems like a miracle. I mean, but think about spending every waking moment of your working life at working on a game. And like, how sweet would that be? Because like right now, I feel like I suck at parts like graphics, things like that. And I'm grateful that I have people like you, Ryan, that can, I know you're learning the pixel side of this, but that can actually go in and do this kind of crap and figure it out. And then, I don't know, it's a combination. I love that part of it. All right, look at this. Our rat now points the right direction when we use the direction in the game. So Ryan, learning moment, just as you create sprites moving forward, all sprites should face to the right, as though they're facing right. So kind of think the left to the right mentality, so you're in a platformer, and that will help us out. So, I don't know. I just learned that tonight too, so it's all good. All right, so we got our rat in play. So here's our rat. The thing that I'm going to expect, so is, okay, there's the on interact. Because my thought is it was just going to be playing as we loaded this level. But what was happening, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to run it now. See what happens. He's not jumping. He's not doing anything else. He's just chilling there. My thought was that in the game that it would just play through. Oh, he's idle. So in idle state, he should just be sitting there. And his sitting there state is literally just the one where he's jumping. And so I should probably change that. Or I don't know if I should change that. Let's look at where it's at. Because idle state should just be literally he's not doing a damn thing. All right, that was my problem. My bad. Oh, he's running. Look how cute he is. Oh, in the game, this is our first rat run. I mean, other than our other one. I feel like I want to use my rat, the one I made, like as like a secret rat, the demon rat. This looks great. This is looking good. So one of the things that I learned, and this is another thing that being OCD or ADHD or whatever helps you out with, is that you might ask yourself, okay, I'm running over everything. So your character always is in the foreground. Now when I go over to this dude, I'm still in front of him. And I can't coax him to run this way. He's on a rando AI thing. Let's see if he can run in front of the rat. Come on, buddy. Come on. See, now he runs in front of the rat. What? Could have swore before he ran behind the rat. I'm a little confused. There's like some layering precedence as to which sprites you put into the level, as to which ones have the biggest precedence as to which is in which layer, so to speak. He needs a brewery. Yeah, he needs an exterminator. He's been working out in the back room there. What's up, Rad Buddy? He looks kind of like a cat or a dog. Not looks like it, but like as in size wise. Good buddy. Hey, little ratty. I'm gonna take you home tonight. You could like cook rats at this size. It could be like a side business for Roby. Screw the business. Okay, so what we want to do is we want this rat to now run back and forth. So let's see if I can make that happen. So we'll just leave him there for now. That's fine. That's our first rat drop. It's a rat drop. Is we're gonna integrate him into the rat scene. Okay, big thing that big mistake that I almost just made was you have to save your project and back up a snapshot. And I've done this before where I started going on a version that I didn't have a backup of, and I screw myself like quite horribly. So here's what I do. Here's my little file folder, and I feel like this is like, I don't know if this is a great way to do it, an OCD way to do it, or whatever. But the last time we had any formative kind of update on this was last Adam and Ryan show. So let's see here. Adam and Ryan Hangout was on the 11th. So 7/11 was the last time we did this. So technically what I'm going to do is I'm going to compress this into a zip folder. And I'll show you how I make my snapshots here. I feel like I just hit the right button. Did I not do that? Let's try it one more time. Wait. Send to a compressed zip. Do it. Go to a zip. All right, let me see if I actually got it to a zip. Okay, so once I have that saved as a zip file, I'll just throw this off to the side here. Now I can actually work on that original file because all right, hold on a second. We have a problem. I see why it's taking forever to create a zip. For some reason, it's 500 freaking megabytes. Why is this file so humongous? Hold on a moment here. 570 megabytes. What the hell have we been doing? Shoot. All right, let's see where the files are. Hold on a second. Now we've gone down a whole nother ADHD rabbit hole. It's got to be in development. 500 in the development folder. What the hell did I do in here? Oh, it's got to be marketing artwork. That's the only thing that I've done. Yep, it's marketing artwork. All right, we can't put that in there. That's all our PSD files. No. Here's the structure of this file. So when you build a Game Boy game, you have your plugins folder, your build file, and your assets folder. This development folder is my little way of saying everything that's an asset to the game that I want to like reference and look at is going to be in this folder. So I thought it would be cute to throw the marketing artwork in there, but clearly that's too big. So if I were to take this out, we're at 500 megabytes right here. So I'm just going to move this over here for just a second. Let's see what our file size is. This should improve our abilities here. 68 megabytes, much more manageable. This does not mean that what the game is. The game itself, like build-wise, I'm not really sure. Like a ROM, let's see how big a ROM is. One of the later ROMs that we've done is this one. 256 kilobytes. We're under 256 kilobytes on a ROM build, so I think we're well within our realms here. So, but what my point was is that what I typically do is I send this to a zip file. Well, this should do it a little faster this time if I can get it. I don't know. My computer's not creating zip files today for whatever reason, so I created a copy of the folder. Doesn't matter. You need to watch. I'll go call the help desk. They can help me out on this guy. We'll get into this adventure. I have to rename the file again. I'll do that soon. I called it Roby's Adventure for some reason, but I love Skull Bob's Adventure. All right, back in the saddle again. We have it backed up. We should be able to run through the next steps here. We don't need to save that yet to the file. We're back to Portobello Head. I found a kind of a hack, so to speak, on the music that we listen to on the stream. We really use it for the intros mostly, so you don't usually get to listen to this as much. But what happens is I'm on Pretzel Rocks, and so Pretzel Rocks is the site that has a bunch of different tunes and cool things that you can do. And there's like a button up at the top. I don't know where that button is. YouTube Safe, there it is, and Instrumental. So that means that we can stream this music as long as you get the little chat things that show that it's, you know, attribution for it. But here's the thing is if you're in the free tier, they only have a certain amount of the ones that you can play on a daily basis. And then all these other ones have the locks on them that have a whole bunch of cool different things throughout there. But on occasion, they'll unlock and they'll come up to the top. And so then I'll play some of these other ones and I'll like songs that I like. And then the like songs go into this little bucket. And the like songs are always available. So if I find a song that was at one point unlocked and I like it, it somehow makes it into my little like bucket. I don't know. It seems like a little hack. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll pay Pretzel just like I play WinRAR. But that's another day. Back to rat making goodness. Let's add our freaking rat into the thing here. And I love this one being the default. I mean, I swear it's hilarious. Like, let's put him up here. He's drunk, passed out, AB. This has got to be like our joke one where he's always like passed out in some random part of the map. Oh my god, that's so great. I'm sorry. I'm too amused at this point. Let me go to Roby Rat default. Shit. Not death. God. All right, rat default. So from a rat size to this one, like he's doing like a plank or a Superman for sure, the drunk Superman. Okay, so what I want to do is I need to take all of the details that we had originally on from this rat and transfer it to there. I did the brain damage. Like, I spend hours upon hours figuring out how to figure this out. And then when I get it done, I'm like, print, save this file, and I always can come back to it and figure it out later down the line. So that's what we did. So I got to take this rat, and we're going to find that we're on collision group 1. So we're basically saying at any moment that you collide with the actor, it's part of this collision group, and don't worry what that means. We're not going to get into it right now. But what we got to do is we got to move all my variable work from what happens when the player gets hit. So what we're saying here is on hit, if this rat hits the player, we have to do some things. And so first of all, there's a local variable that we're saying, hey, it's false. There's nothing that's going on. But when it hits true and that local variable kicks over to actually being on that hit state of the player, we're saying, hey, player health variable is set to some number and you should shake the camera, and the magnitude of that shake should be 5, and do it for about 2 seconds. And then guess what? Take it back to false. So that's the first thing. Wait, where's the decrement? Oh yeah, decrement by 1. So you're decrementing the player's health by 1. You're doing some shaking that goes back down to nothing. Now the wait for 2 seconds is a very important part, because if you were the player and you're like on that rat, and if it were to hit you and you were still touching that rat, it would just be like decrementing the hell out of your health. You got to have a little bit of like a cooldown, so to speak. But one of the things that we'll have to figure out is maybe I can do a knockback on the character. The character gets knocked one direction. And then I can also do something a little bit different. So that'd be a good way to do it. All right, so what we're going to grab is we're going to copy this event. And I'm going to go to this rat. And here's my trick, is that there is no way for me to paste the event into this area, which is kind of weird. So I just go in here and I always just like type in the word comment, hit enter, And once you have something in there, and comment seems to be the most innocuous, then I can go over here and I can paste the event after. And now we have everything set up for that side of the rat. All right, cool. So we got the player hit. So now we're going to go over to our group 1. Oh, shite. I forgot about this. Okay, let me just check something in here. Okay, there's nothing in here that's specific to the rat. Okay. So when we go back over to our rat, our original rat in group 1, we're saying now you were part of group 1 rat. If you get hit, what happens to you? What is the thing that's going to happen to you as a rat because you're now getting knocked by a projectile or something like that? And that's essentially what we're doing. So hilariously, the dog bark, which, all right, let's pause this because I want to hear what the dog bark sounds like. Oh, that's terrible. It was very light. I might have to let me jack the sound up so you can kind of hear what this is. I'm gonna play it one more time. That does not sound like a dog bark, but whatever. We're gonna play that sound, and then we're gonna set the animation to dead rat state. So this is good. That's why we put the dead rat in there. I talked about it a little bit ago. And then we're going to stop the on update script. Oh, I apparently have an on update script. Okay, on update script. That's important. This is actually one of the most important things about the rat, at least right now, because we have him on a patrol, as I call it. So he basically is running between two sections of this map. There are 2 tiles that are here. So the way that you can look at it is if I highlight this, it says 15:145. You'll see in that little space right over there. So if I highlight my mouse over here, you'll have to look in this bottom little section here when I highlight my mouse. So hopefully you can see where my mouse is kind of indicating. But that's where it shows you where your X and Y coordinates are for your tiles. And so what we're saying is that when you're on that 15X, 145Y, we want to kick off these different pieces. So you're basically, I'm setting some variables, and you know what? I think I even have another thing. Shite. I have a whole bunch of little things to make this stupid rat animation go back and forth. And this is, Mike Azul, if you're still watching and you're actually listening to this piece of it, this is where I could use your help on making this simplified, because I feel like I have a kludge of different things together that I could probably do this in a much more simplified a way. And I love the way your brain works on this kind of stuff, so it would be helpful to get through this. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to make this rat work, though. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go back to our hit states. We're on group 1, and let us get our dummy rat state happening. So I'm going to copy this event. I'm going to go to our rat, put our comment in there, and we're going to paste it after the event. And we're going to get some sound going again. All right, let's see if we can get that going. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's any other fun stuff in here. Oh my God. You do not want to listen to this. What is VHS? Be kind, rewind. Okay, we got some 80s soundtrack. We're going for some 80s work right here. We're going to get on that tonight. All right. Back in rat zone. We've got rat regen on. So we're going to have to make some changes. And so because we're going to have to go to rat states, so set animation state to rat dead. So I'm trying to think how I want to really do this. Do I want to do the whole... There's not a lot of rat animations beyond this. We're at 7 tiles at the moment. If I go and I create another state, I'm gonna have to use some additional methodology to get this thing to work exactly like I want it to, and it might be worth the extra effort just to save some tiles. And so I think I might have to do that. So we're gonna rework this in a little bit. So just for the time being right now, that we don't have a rat dead. We do have a rat dead state, but it's not the kind of state that we can enact because it's on this rat itself. It's not on the right rat to make that happen. Oh, shit. I'm talking to myself right now. I'm trying to like work this through my head. Okay, so disable collisions. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, all that stuff makes sense for me. Oh, one other thing too is that you'll notice it says self actor 5. Well, when you put an actor on the scene, you do have to give it some sort of name up here so that you can actually have it. So let's see what this one was called. That one's called just Rat. So I could call this one Ratty. I'm going to call him Ratty for now, just so that we can have a better name than actor 5. All right, we're up to speed now. Group 2, 3 are going to be blank on both these. There's nothing that's going on in group 2 and 3. Now let's figure out what happens when we initiate our rat. We have to set a variable to 0, which makes sense because he's not hitting the character at this point. So at this point, he's just going to be default false. And that might be a default state of loading this variable is the false state. I think that it has to be in one of those. And then we have to enable collision so that the rat itself can actually be hit. And then there's an on update script that is going to get started, which should already start by itself. But the reason that you have to start it here is that when you die, leave, and come back, you need it to self-start itself. Now, here's one of the challenges here is I did not group these things. So there's this thing called a group, event group in here that will just help us make this a little easier. And so I will put that there, and I will put these variables into the group. And I'm going to call this one Ratty Init. That way they can, we know that's the initiation script. So I will copy that dude, and I'm going to create the initiation. This is like very impactful, right? You know, we got a lot of stuff going on right here. This stream is super high intensity tonight. I mean, it's funny. I really appreciate, even if you're just like playing me on your phones while you do something else, it's awesome that people would watch me do this. I feel so, I don't know, blessed that I have people that are out there that would be interested in this stuff like I am. Like the nerd that I am. Okay, so we got a rat initiation script in play. This is good to go. I think we're getting close here. All right. So then finally we got to get our on update script all squared away. So we got our patrol. And so the patrol is where he's going to walk between the two positions, which is cool. So I'm going to copy that event, put our comment in there, and we are going to paste event after. All right. So now let's make sure Ratty is the one that's doing all the stuff. Okay, we're good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this little rat, and he's just gonna chill over here. He's gonna be watching the scene as we do this. And I'm gonna put this guy over into the rat position. Now here's the challenge, okay? I had to do all these specific scripts just to get this rat to run back and forth. You know, what happens when you get hit? How do you just initiate the screen, the initial state, when you get into this screen, and then what are you doing on repeat? You're running this script on repeat. One of the things, and I'm going to just understand what my thought process was, is I call a script called rat. So let me go see what I put in this script. So if I come over here to the rat script, I am setting, oh, okay. I remember, I completely remember just even with the first one. So what we're saying to do is when, I'm going to go back to the rat for just a second, just so we understand what we're saying, is that when you hit a specific area, so when you get into that square as the rat in that particular area, you're setting a variable to a specific value. Okay? And why is that important is once you hit that value, I go and call the script to say, hey, when this value is hit, go do this thing. And then that thing happens and the rat goes on its way. And then when it goes back to this other side, the left side, it says, hits that, it sets a value. And then it tells the rat, hey, go run that script again and go tell that script to do something. So when I have my rat script, which I'm wondering if I could create a way to use this script a little bit more for other things. We'd have to put in those exact variables, so it might not work. But we're saying there's a switch statement. You basically have two things that can run. There's a value when it's at 1. You got to do this. And then there's a value when that variable is at 2 to do this. And so in this case, we're saying when the actor steps on that specific block, we want you to do a thing. You want to move to the other block. A lot of little things in there. So Ryan, I just want to make sure if you're still out there, this is the kind of shit that I've got to deal with a lot of the time. So we got to think about what level of complexity that we want to do. So in this case, I think we're set. I do not think I need to do anything else. And we might have a rat that's at least running back and forth and is killable in our state. So fingers crossed that we've done all the setup correct, and we're going to be basically cooking with gas right now. That's my hope. Took a little bit of time to get a rat. How long was that? 1 hour and 12 minutes to get Ratty Rat at least running back and forth is my hope. And I have a lot of hope for this. And I think we're going to pivot to doing some other fun stuff in here. Getting the rat in the system, I wasn't saying I was dreading it, but I just knew this it was going to take some work. So it was much more fun to talk with everyone as we built this rat than just do it by myself. Okay, we got the rat in here. And you can see the debugger working at the bottom, which is awesome. So you can kind of play with it and make sure all the variables are doing exactly what we need to do. So the first thing is, let's just make sure that we got the rat doing what we are hoping it will do. Oh ho ho! Ratty! He's running. Okay, so one of the first things is he does hurt me. If I go all the way over here, he's going really slow though. And that's an easy fix. We just need to set his speed a little bit up. That was one area that I didn't adjust. The fact that he's running back and forth, freaking fire right now. All right, we're cooking. All right, so let's go up to this guy and see what speed. So he was at speed 4. So we had this rat at. Whoa, we are at the same speed. Hold on a second. Let me go back up. Why would that? So I guess we just crank up the speed a little bit? Oh, I know why. It's because of the amount of frames we put into there. So there's a couple things we can do. So in this case, we were at half speed. Let's just bump up the speed. Now movement speed. I'm just curious. I don't know what movement speed does. Let's crank up both of those and see what we get. So there's a couple ways we can handle this. There's the animation that we created by putting multiple frames in there. And then there is the speed of the actual animations that you're able to do programmatically, which I just did. So the question is which is going to be the less laggy of the two? And I think we might have to reduce some of the animation frames, but we'll see in a second here. Alrighty. Ow! He bit me. He seems like incrementally faster, but he's not fast enough for my good. So let's do this. I'm going to put his speed back to what the original rat speed was. Let's go back into the sprites. Let's look how I set up Ratty, the first rat. The first rat was super simple. He had 3 frames. Just standing there frame, and then basically 2 frames of him just like running. Cool. That works great. And then we have a dead rat frame. So let's go back to our default here. And I think one of the first things that we can do to kind of help speed this frame up, and this is where it's a little bit more nuanced, and if you're in A Sprite versus GB Studio, this could be a little different. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete a couple of these frames, and we're going to go back to just 2 frames. So basically rat just running. Now I know Ryan wants it to be very specific, and we'll tune it in, Ryan. Don't worry about that. But for now, we want to make sure we get the speed somewhat there, so we can ensure, because you wanted kind of like, I get it. There's 3 frames of him getting ready to push, and his muscles and everything are gonna like launch him, and then he quickly does the leap, and then he almost has like another like building up momentum frame. What I'm doing is I'm I'm bastardizing life at this point, and I'm removing that like little anticipation frame. So this should speed us up a little bit. All right. So my anticipation now is that we only have 2 frames for the rat, because I'm just kind of going back to what we had before, where he's just going to be like kind of dashing around between the 2 frames, and it's not having to run through the whole animation to make this work. This is where I think it's also a learning moment, and it's good that we're able to do this right now. All right. I have this this thing defaulted to this other screen every time. I wish it would be able to open up on this screen, but it's okay. Man, this soundtrack, this is my 80s soundtrack, and I am being taken. This is called Romantic Styling 1. I don't know if I'm vibing with it. Who wants to go? You want to go disco? We got Latin pop, love bug. Ooh, we got chill jazz. Wait, there's a surprise me. I'm gonna go surprise me. I'm not sure I can vibe with this other thing right now. We'll see where we're at with the music. We may change it in a minute here. Okay. Here we go. Let's see our ratty rat. Oh. Okay. So he's a little bit faster. I think the rat's doing so. Ow! And he's biting my face. Let's see. Okay. Why is it so laggy though? We've got some lag going on here. And I'm not really sure why yet. Oh, it's because I got 2 rats in here. I know why. It's because we got 2 rats going on in here. Let's delete ratty rat. His name was Rat. This is Ratty. Don't worry about that. So that makes me think, how many guys can I actually put in this frame? So I might start having to optimize some of the scripts, because we got only 1 rat in the scene. It was working pretty well with 1, but you put 2 in and it started to really adjust the on update scripts are really bad. All right, because there's a lot of intensity when you put an on update. Okay, oh, there we go. I don't want him to bite me. Hey, Ratty. Ah, he's running around. All right, let's get our bat. All right, now we got to get his death animation in, so we can kill him, which is great. You just like smashed him up against the wall. I love it. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, this is great. I'm loving it. Now we need to kill him, and let's see if we can put in a knockback or something with that. That would be great. Okay, so what we're gonna say is, in group 1, when you hit him, we need to player set animation state. Oh shit. Okay, we talked about this. Said I was gonna have to do some setup here, so that's fine. We're gonna make this work. So we got the default animation for him running around, which is stated right here. And I'll go ahead and put this as opaque for a second so you can see through me. So when he's running around, little rat, we're just gonna start simple. And the way that we got this set up is he's got to jump and he's got to climb. But really, we only care about the right and the moving right. What we got to do now is we got to go create a death animation. And the very first thing that I got to do is I got to set this to let's do platformer. This is a trick that I found out on the Discord, and got to give some props to the Metalhead creator, because he figured this one out. But what happens is, this first frame set, this exact first frame that we're seeing in the idle state on this has to be the exact same state on this death animation. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go create that. So that should be exactly right there. So as long as that state is the same exact state between these 2. Oh, shoot. We got to add the size. Oh, it could have screwed us a little bit. Perfect. So as long as those 2 states are the same, which they are, we can switch between those areas. And actually, I don't even think I need platformer. I just can do fixture. Maybe not. I'm going to do platformer. As long as that state is the same, We're good. We're good. Now off of the left-hand side here, I'm going to create a new state. And we're going to call this state, if I go over here, we're going to call this one rat death. Okay. Rat death. Boom. Done. And we're going to do this one as a platformer. And idle right. Should I have it something else? Because you're going to change to the death state. Let me think how I want to do this. I don't know how I want to do this yet. All right, we're going to put his little dead state right here as his idle. Ah, oh, shit. Oh, wait, this is okay. This is okay. I was getting a little nervous for a second because I had to do some sprite work. This is where I'll open his death state, and I will open his default state. What I got to do is I got to make some adjustments because he's underneath on the tiles here. It's going to create an issue, and I'll show you what that issue is that I can't have that red box, that bounding box, be outside of the space that I'm in, because what it does, it creates some visual glitches in the game when I do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him up, and then I can adjust kind of where he's at in the world. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him up 3 pixels there, and we'll do the same thing on this one just so we're consistent. 1, 2, 3. And I should still be able to export, and there will be no changes to what we've done. I had somebody that I know that is absolutely allergic to jazz music, and they would be having heart palpitations right now because they're not into it. Ah, shit. I opened the PNG on that one. It's not necessarily a problem that I opened the PNG, but it's not ideal. Go ahead and save that one. I wanted to do it on... I can't tell if that one's the death or not. Let's see here. I'm on the death. That's a sprite. Okay, I'm actually gonna get crazy with this jazz because they're getting a little. It's a little intense for me. Let's move on to the next. That's what you get when you get the random surprise me bucket. Let's open up default. There we go. I think what's happening with the music here is it's pulling from the free stuff, which is fine. That's what happens when you don't pay for your crap. 1, 2, 3. I just gotta make sure it goes in the right bucket. Okay, it does. Good. Perfect. We got our animation kind of squared away. We're able to run into the next step, which is getting a dead rat in here. Okay, so what this did, what I just was able to do is you'll notice now that if I go dead rat, look at, I can just select just those pixels and now he can be dead. A lot of little extra work for that to happen. So that's what he's gonna look like dead. There's not really a moving right. He's dead at this point. He's not moving anymore. So he's got to just be in his little dead state on every, you know what? If he's dead, hold on a second. Let me think about this. He's got to animate. So you smack him. He's got to run through kind of an animation. So if you smack him, you change to a state and then he dies. Okay, so he needs a dying state. So this is his death state. So what I need to do is also create a second state. Shite. All right, let me figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to create another one here. I'm going to call this one, and well, this is proof of concept. So we're going to call this rat dying and then rat death. Because the first part is he has to like get smacked. He's like, ah, you smacked me in the face, you bastard. And then he's got to actually die. All right, let's see how this can work. this will be his death state right now, or his dying state. He's like, ouch. Oh, look at that. There's a pixel I can save there. We don't need that one. So what I'll do is I'm gonna save this. And we're just gonna put it on every state of his dying state for now. This is all proof of concept. I'm learning. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I have a theory of how this would work. So this is where he's already dead. Dead. He's dead. He's dead. Okay. All right, let's roll the dice. Let's see if we can make this happen. So first off, he's running around. He's doing the thing. Now we go smack him. And we're saying player set animation state to this. Okay, so this is where I need to do some little bit more reconnaissance to be able to remember what happens when we create some state. So where's our Roby? Where's little baby Roby? Well, let's go over here to Roby. When he initiate the scene on update. Okay, let's see here. There's player. Oh, I know where I need to look at. We're going to do player. There's D, player items, player setup. Here's what we need. So when the player jumps, so I'm going back and I'm going to figure out how we're going to do this. So there's chug states, there's action states. So when he swings the bat, we change the animation state. Okay, so set animation state to something. That's not right. You just set it to that. That's it. I feel like there's more to this. Oh, it's when he swings the bat. So there's one. Ah, here it is. Here's the one I need to look at. Okay, so first of all, you would say player animation state set to Roby walking default. Okay, we already have that set up. What's this one? Welcome to Ireland. I don't know if that was Irish. Okay, then we're gonna wait to next idle frame. You're gonna set sprite sheet to cricket bat, and then cricket bat. All right, I think I got this remembered, but we can always go back to it as necessary. This is a lot of theory. Man, I didn't think this was gonna take this long, but apparently it did. It's worth it though. So this is when he gets hit. So what we gotta say is okay, so set animation state, which makes sense. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna help myself, because otherwise I'm gonna forget this. I need to use the snipping tool. And I don't have to keep going back and forth between the two. Just remember what I did here. Snipping tool is a very helpful tool if you've never used it in Windows. There's a lot of different ways that you can make that happen. But now that I'm on the rat, I won't have to be going back to that all the time. I can just have it pulled up on the side here. And in fact, I'm going to have it pulled up right here, just so you can see it too. So what we're trying to do is we're saying set animation state to. So player set animation to default. Makes sense. And I think this is actually the one where we would want to swap the state. So we're going to set the state to a different state. So first of all, we're saying we're not going to be no longer on ratty. Set animation state. Oh shoot, we have to do something before that. So we're going to insert an event before. And what we're going to do is there's a couple types. So there's the states, and then there are, let me see what we can come up with. There's the state What is the other one called? We'll have to bring it back up on the snipping. Sprite sheet. We got to set the sprite sheet. So what we're saying is set actor sprite sheet to not ratty anymore. Well, it is ratty, but we're going to change the sprite sheet to the dying animation. And we really don't have a dying animation set. We just have him in there for a second. Where the heck is it? So it's rat death. Oh, shoot. Hold on. It's setting it on the actor, which makes sense. I'm just trying to... let me think this through here. So on the actor, we're going to go in and we're going to say, you're going to the death animation. Okay, that makes sense. Then, now that we're on the death animation, we're going to set the state to rat dying. Got it. Cool. Next up, what do we have to do? There's an idle frame in here before when you go from one set to next. Okay, I see what we're doing. So we're going to insert an event before. I said after, didn't I? Shoot. So we're going to put one before it. So we're going to say set, what was that? Was sprite sheet. So I'm going to say set sprite sheet to just regular rat. And this is going to be a brain blast to try to get yourself through what's going on here, because what we're trying to do is we're changing basically sprite sheets, and then we're going to the states within said sprite sheet. So in this particular sense, we want to say, hey, guess what? You're already at the default sprite sheet. Great. That's where you're at. Now, let's do an idle state. That means say, just stay idle for a second. Don't do anything until the next thing happens. Wait till the next frame. The next frame loads, and you're saying, hey, go load the the rat death state at this point. And then finally the sprite sheet for death, and then go to the dying animation, which is one frame at this point, which then we would say insert event after, which should be idle. Okay. We're not going to display idle. We're going to insert event after. This is very inspirational music, by the way. It's really helping me through this. All right. We're there. And then we're going to set his state one more time. And actually, we already have the state set, so we're just going to do actor animation state death. All right, I kind of feel like I might have it. Let's roll the dice. Let's see what we got. I feel like there's gonna be some weights and some spaces in here, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we're gonna smack him and he's gonna die, and at least we're gonna have him like passed out on the floor, which I think is gonna be important. Oh shit. This is why you don't do it live, or why I'm always fearful of doing the workbenches, because there's so much like trial and error through this part, and now I gotta yap my way through it like I know what the hell I'm doing. Whatever. All right. Oh shoot. No, rat. Okay, rat's running around. Let's get my right loadout. Okay, so he's gotten beat. So we're close. We're closer. He's like, ow! He's like all jammed up in that corner. So we got some things rolling. This is good. This is good news right here. All right, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, so first of all, let's just run down this. So he first is set sprite sheet to default. We'll wait for a second, and then we go to the death sprite sheet. So it's probably the idle. It's the idle thing that's screwing me up. So you set, go to the death, go to dying, idle, and then rat dead. Disable an update. Stop it. Update. All right. I put loop animation like that's going to happen or do anything. All right, let's just check it out. Let's just make sure we get it once because it should run through all those different steps and at the end he should just be dead. We'll just make sure that the death animation or the death sprite sheet is in a good place right then. Hey, I said instrumental. I hear people singing in the background here. All right. All right. Hey, rat. Ouch. Okay, we're getting close. We got it to the point where he's getting beat and he gets there. So I'm wondering if it's I think it's got to be this idle state, but that idle's got to be right because idle just says wait until next frame and then you're good to go, and then it kicks over to the death state. Let me go back in the sprites. Let's just make sure we got all those right. So if he's dead, that's what I'd expect it to look like. Oh, hold on a moment here. I think I know what the problem is. All right, let's go back in here. So there's state of ratty dying, which we got right, but rat dead is not the right one. It's rat death. That's where the challenge was because rat dead was the other rat that I had in the animation. We got it, folks. This is it. I'm confident of this one. All right. Let's see where we land in this one. We're rebuilding here. Do we have a death of a rat? I think we do, folks. I'm getting thirsty. I need to get my Mojito LaCroix going. I also got to figure out a better way to test because for whatever reason, my game over screen has been messing it up and I have to start from the beginning. Hey, rat. You're going to die this time, buddy. Oh, shoot. He's dead. Look at that. Look at that, folks. He's just kind of floating above the floor, though. We did the thing. We did the thing. We've got Ryan's animation in there. Hey, buddy. Boom. All right. So what we probably need to do is we need to do a little bit of a pause in there so that you can kind of see him get like banged up for a second. All right. That screenshot's not worth it anymore. We got what we needed from it. Let's go just take a quick look at player setup one more time. So lifetime. Okay, so wait. There it is. Wait for X amount of frames. Huh. All right. I'm always nervous about waits because it seems as though they like lock up the game a little bit, but we'll try it. So rat gets hit, and in between rat dying and death. Well, actually, okay. Al Puletti Landre. I like the music soundtrack today. We're going very diverse, very eclectic mix today. All right, so let's add an event after this. Let's do it for 21 frames. I don't know if 21 frames is enough. Or, I mean, it's too many. I don't need this idle. I'm pretty sure I don't need that idle. All right, as much as I love that song, I'm going back to my liked songs because I'm just not vibing with it. This is more our vibe. Great. Okay, we're back in play. So my toss-up tonight was do this or play the Dead Space game, which I've been really enjoying. Dead Space. It's been, oh my god, so fun. Okay, we got a rat. If you haven't had that If you haven't played that Dead Space, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but it is fun. Mike Azul, I know you haven't played it. Oh, did you see that? Tell me that isn't awesome. Hell yeah, I'm excited. This is looking great. He pauses for a second. This is like exactly what you wanted with this. Ah, that looks so good. Shit, I love it. Now the thing is, he's floating, and that's some pixel stuff. So I'm trying to think how I could fix that. I don't know if I don't know how fixable it is. Well, there is a way. Ish. No, shoot. I can't. Alright, I'm going to have to think about this one. Alright, I'm going to try a hack and just see how this works. And the problem is his feet are hanging down in a way that makes it really tough. Shoot. Alright, let me see this. Let me see if I could do this. I don't know what would happen here if I did it this way. Oh, you saw the rat in action? You see him get knocked out? We might... Alright, man. You have a good night. Thanks for hanging out for as much as you did. I actually just was gonna... This is much more fun than just doing it solo. I know you're hanging out with your neighbors because they're not gonna... be your neighbors anymore, right? After you move. That's kind of sad. That's the I'm not friends with my neighbors. We're all mortal enemies. Put them kids away so you go party it up. You have a good night, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out. All right, let me just see if I can get this death animation. I'm just curious what's going to happen with this. This is something I haven't done. So we're putting pieces of the rat off the stage. And so hypothetically this doesn't work, but we'll see. Yeah, see how his feet are all like cut off? Because they're falling off the stage. Well, we tried. So then what we're going to have to figure out is how do we get him to die or make it look like he's dead in that state. His legs just can't fall off like that. It's a cute little sleeping state though. Oh, you don't want his head there. Well, I'm feeling pretty damn confident that we got our animation of our rat down for the evening. One of the things I'm going to do, though, just for the heck of it, I'm going to copy and paste this rat right there. Let's see how much this slows down the game. Because I noticed before when we did that, it did slow down the game. And if it does, that's going to be a challenge. Something that we're going to work on. Figure out how we can get a couple more actors. Like, getting actors in the game was the first issue. Second issue is getting those actors to not be lagging up the game. I have some theories on how we can do that. Just got to put it into practice. Yeah, see, it's super lagged when you put multiple rats in there. Ow. Yeah, slow motion rat running. Ouch. Okay, so one thing we could do is if I put this rat like outside of the scope of this other rat, let's see if that fixes it. That would be one little mini fix that you can do, but it can take some tuning. If that's the right way to do it. Who knows? I do feel like this could help, but the thing is, what's happening is this on update script for the rat keeps running, so it's just tanking the memory, which is not very much on these kinds of games. But what happens is, okay, so it does work. So if I get over here, let's get my loadout. I gotta make this loadout a little bit better. Yeah, that looks great. God, that looks great. Shit. Ah! Made the rat come back. Come here, buddy. Ugh. Yeah. Let's go kill your buddy. Why is it laggy up here now? Ugh. The on update script should have Oh, it must be because he's not on the... Okay, it's unplayable. It's unplayable when I do that. So let me check something here. So on this rat up at the top, let's try something. Oh, wait. Okay, no, that... Yeah, because it has the same variables. It has some other things on there. I'm just going to take off patrol. I'm going to just disable it for a second and see if that's what's been causing the issue, which I do think it is. Oh, working within constraints is such a pain. So we've been running for about an hour 48 right now. What time is it? 10:16. I'm gonna go and do some artwork setups on the site, and we're gonna finalize this up for the night. Okay, so we're just testing some of the. Okay, so Ratty's running around. Go get our loadout. Yeah, kill that rat. Okay, we're running fine. So it was the on update script. So I was right. And I was able to kill him too. Sweet. Just chilling there. Oh! I feel like I almost got that. Oh shit. Why was that all... Did you see it got laggy at the end there? That's why we test, folks. So he's running fine. Can't even beat my own game. Jump there. Okay. Oh, that is creepy. It's a zombie. Why is he moving? It's because he has all the same scripts. That's 100% why this is. Okay. All right. What's happening here is because I copy this guy, he has the same scripts that run basically between these 2 points that are conflicting with that. So we just can't have that in there. For now, we're good to go. We got our rat. This is our new build of the game. I think we got all the other pieces and parts. Let's just make sure I die. Well, not me personally, but, you know, the character. And that game over happens, which I think is going to be an important aspect of this. So we can load this up. What do we consider the... Oh, wait. We have another guy in the bar, too. Okay. Maybe we'll just put a little animation on him. So, first of all, we got to get our loadout, which we're ready to go. Boom. He's dead. I keep going to that settings. I should probably change that settings screen, which I need to do. Shoot. And the guy keeps coming. Oh! We got that little rat running around. Well, that's fine. We'll just keep him there for now. All right, let's just check. Hey, D. Okay, that looks good. Got our guy at the bar. What's up, bro? Man, this thing's coming together. Look at this. Oh, yeah. I mean... When I was watching those Xbox games the other day, I was super depressed. Not depressed like hardcore, but they were doing like so much amazing things, and I'm thinking like we're worried about a dude waking up at the bar and like just basically killing a rat. That's like our programming nightmare, and these people are making these games that are super intense. But you know what? Screw that. I'm loving that we're doing this. This is giving me some excitement. We got somebody that's chilling at the bar. We got a bartender now. Hey, what's up? I remember where this started, where we were just running around in this like really, really bad bar that I created initially. Ryan's been able to bring this to life. we got the rat. Hey, what's up, buddy? I can't beat you, but he's very excited. Thanks, babe. Appreciate that. We can kill a rat. There's a death animation now. Hell yeah. We got our game going. And it's snappy. All right. What do I want to do with this rat? I think what would be nice is just because it looks weird that he's like running around, I want it to just be chilling. So I'm gonna put this rat right here, and I'm gonna play with something. So on initiate, add event, and I believe I can do all right, let me see. There's like a set, or is it stop animation or something like that? Stop. No, it's on add. Okay, crap. Okay, say animation. Set animation speed. Let's see. Can you go 0? None. Perfect. All right. And then we can say animation frame. Set animation frame. Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me think about this for a second. Let me go back, because that's his original state. So it's just original state rat. If I go to sprites, then we go to default rat. Oh, why do I have this export in here? I'm going to delete that sprite. It's fine. Get that one out of there. We don't need that one there. Okay. Oh, we do not have him just chilling there. We don't have him chilling. Sheet. Short. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new state in here. I'm going to call it standing. Call it rat standing. Rat standing. And then this one, it says fixed direction. Let me just see if this works. Oh, I didn't even put it in there. Rat dash standing. Enter. Yeah, all right, we're good. I don't know, fixed direction, I don't think it's gonna work. I gotta do it on platformer where there's multiple directions. That's fine. So if he's there, standing right, we need him to be right there. Copy that. All right, here we go. So we got no animation. Good. We're gonna set state, or state. Set actor state, and that will be in rat standing. Should be it. All right. So we got some anticipation because we'll have a rat just chilling there, standing up, waiting, and you'll be like, "Why is there a rat there? What's he doing? Should I do something to him?" No. Then you're gonna go into the room. You'll have a rat. And we're going to be in good place. All right, we got the build done. Fingers crossed, we're in a good space. Look at him, he's just standing up there. He's cute. Oh, hey buddy. Ah. All right, we're in good space. Boom. He's dead. All right, guess what we're gonna do today? We're gonna beat the game. Just make sure it all is good. Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah, I gotta go find the key. Maybe I can get like a skeleton key from him. Gotta do something when we bop the rat. Oh, shoot. I didn't need to go all the way there. That's where the key is. It's a little bit of back and forth. Ew. It stinks. It's funny to see the like. There's this book that I read called The Slight Edge. And if you just do little incremental things over and over and over, you end up getting to great things. And one of the first things that I've learned from that is that this game started as a little pixelated dude. And just the fact that we've got it to the point where we have actually Roby running around, our original characters in the game. It's crazy to think like 16 years have passed. And I just never thought we'd get to this point, and here I am. We're actually doing it, Ryan and I. I'm glad to put this, like, Skull Bob's being on hiatus to me was something that always like stuck with me. I was like, I finished things, and this is one of those moments where like I wanted to make sure we were doing this. Now, I'm not saying we're finished yet in any capacity, but I really wanted to make sure that we gave a good effort to get this here, and to have a fully playable demo that's fun like this. Hell yeah, man! On the keyboard, I'm starting to even like play the game pretty damn good, where I can get into those areas. All right, so there's still something on update script is still running here, because he should not be this slow. There's something going on here, so I gotta fix that. I mean, we're gonna go look at that in a second, but okay, we got all the other pieces. Man, I don't need my loadout anymore. Yeah, that update is kind of bothering me, is why it's like trying to run a script or something. I want it to be snappy, just like it is there. Oh shit. Those buttons being close to each other like that are probably not the best. Alright, we're out. Roby's out, y'all. Bye, D. Bye, babe. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to reset rat state. Okay, last thing before we move on. We'll get to the last piece of tonight's workbench. So we're gonna go get this, and we're gonna load this animation there. But we want to make sure it happens. Is we start on? Oh ho! Is that what it is? It's on initiate. I bet you that's what it is. Okay, I think I got it. It's the on update script. I'm gonna have to create some logic to do this. I'm gonna test my theory. I think my theory is gonna let me know. So, as long as I don't go into my menu, it should not lag. That's my theory. But then when I go into my menu, my bet it's going to start lagging. But maybe now I'm like actually going to step that back, because I started thinking about through the logic that's currently there, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So first of all, we're going to go here. We're going to get our loadout. We're going to get on our little bat, and we're going to go and beat this bat. Okay, so he's dead. So I'm running up, doing my things, going up here. And you got to get just enough out of the frame so that you're far enough away from that rat that nothing's happening. Okay. So if I go back down, why is he alive again? What? Oh, there's a glitch. See? I knew there was something going on. Okay, what is going on? This is where debugger script comes in. Okay, so player health. What's set? So rat is at 1, rat is at 2. That makes sense. Okay, these are all the other variables that are running. Local. What would trigger him? I didn't do a damn thing. Is it when I get out of this? Don't put another actor in there. All right, it's gonna drive me batty. Self-wrap. I'm pretty sure it's on update script. I think it has to do with something like this. So when you get into the screen, it only initiates and it starts the on script. Okay, that makes sense. The screen initiates, that's what it does. On update, that's just doing its normal thing. Stop on update. I kind of need like an if statement, I think, to say initiate if this is this variable, stop update or start update. But what I'm really confused about is I beat him down. So in group 1, I say beat him down, he dies, wait, he's dead, disable, stop update to script. It should be done. Update script's done. So what's triggering it to go again? So if it hits into that... oh, wait. Is that what it is? Because it's calling the script? Oh, let me see this. On hit, we're going to say stop script. We're going to say stop... insert event... it doesn't matter. Let's do it before. Actually, let's do it after. Insert event after. And so script. Stop script. Stops current scripts from running. Okay. Oh, troubleshooting 101. Bug time. Who would have thought this took 2 hours and 4 minutes and 93 seconds? Wait, 93 seconds would add another minute plus 30 seconds. And this Portobello Head song has been playing multiple times throughout the stream tonight. And it's actually one of my favorite jams tonight, which I've been appreciating. All right, if I can't fix this, that's okay. I'm just not going to worry about it. It'll be something I can sleep on. Okay, we're good. Now, my question is, like, he looks dead right there. So why would it start any different? So actually, the first test is go to this, come back. Okay, that makes sense. He's reset because that's how I built that script. So he's dead there. Go back to the top. All right, let's see. He's still dead. But it's still laggy. Shit. It even messes that up. Put my juju on you, little ratty. All right. To be fixed later down the line. We have a good script. We're gonna pivot right now. We're just gonna leave that as a bug. That's how that's gonna work. Okay, so what do we do once you get something set up? Once you get some version of the game into a space that you like, I'm gonna still work and I'm gonna figure out that lag bug that we're creating or what's happening right there. I'm gonna figure that out. I don't know. I gotta do some work to make that happen. But what I'm gonna show you is how do we prep this out? What do we do next? So one of the first things is I will take this and I'm gonna export the game as a ROM. So what this does is you're gonna have this build file that happens. It's gonna do its normal build as we get everything set up. So as that's building, I'm gonna go over into Google, or I guess we could say the internet, and I'm gonna go to itch. So on itch, this is where you can host your game. You can do a lot of your work. This is just a little community that we have, and so. In double drop down, I have not updated anything. This is our double drop down kind of page and some of the games and things that we've been working on. So there's Skull Bob's Adventure. So tonight, what I want to do is, well, I don't know if I'm going to even be able to do it tonight, but let's see. Recently updated a page. Consider posting a devlog to notify followers of updates. So we're going to have to create a devlog at some point in the future, but this is the page that I like to update. Now, one of the first things, you would see is that it says alpha 0.1.0. Now, this screen, if I go into edit the theme, here are some of the things that I can edit on the background here. Is you can have a banner, you can have an embed graphic, and you can also have a background that we'd want to set up. So one of the things is I'm going to go into here and I'm wondering, because it's almost like it's a widescreen version of this. And so we'd want also something that like stretches, because it crops the top and the bottom. So if I don't have it completely framed up right, we're going to have a problem. So I think in the future, I'm going to have to do some additional work to get this all dropped in the right way. And I'm not sure I'm ready to do it tonight as far as updating the theme itself. But what I will show you is how you edit the game. And that's actually what we're working on right now. What I could do is I could replace the cover image, though. I'm definitely going to do that. So on the desktop, I'm going to go into our marketing artwork, and let's see here. Yeah, we're going to use this one, cover art. And it says, there's an issue with the file you selected. You select an image greater than the max size of 3 megabytes. Well, damn it, Billy. Let's fix that. So now we got to go into another program to make this work. I'm going to use one of the programs I've been using lately, which is called Affinity Photo. If you're a Photoshopper and you've worked with Photoshop in the past, this is kind of the replacement. It's one of the ones that I've actually adopted as a platform. One of the reasons why I did that is in the pandemic. It's when Adobe went over to the perpetual model. I ran out of access. Well, actually, I think it was even before that, but I ran out of access on a particular version of Photoshop that I had. And I wasn't able to play it on a Mac. I wasn't able to use it. And so I've started to look on the internet to find something, and I found the Affinity Suite. And that's what we have here today. So one of the first thing is I'm going to go and open our imagery. There's a lot of stuff that I've been working on. It's funny because I converted myself over. First of all, it was really hard to convert myself into this, and now I feel like it's an old hat. So I'm gonna actually do something here. Will it let me? All right, it does. I'm gonna call this itch.io image. That's fine. It's a really generic name for it. Question is, how big is this? Does it tell me somewhere? I don't know. It doesn't. So let's just do this. Let's say the document or should we do layer? Let's just do resize document. Okay, so it's at 1932. So let's take it down to 500. Let's see if that gets us. Actually, let's do 1,000 first. I think 1,000 would be a good amount. Not too much degradation. Let's go see what we plug into. We're still building that file, if you would believe. Oh, it built it. Cool. The ROM is successfully built. So while we're waiting for, well, we don't really have to wait for anything right now. What I want to show you is how I take the ROM. So the very first thing is I'm gonna hit shoot. There's something I got to do with the ROM before we actually build it. So we're gonna have to rebuild it. So we'll revisit the ROM build in just a moment here. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into this marketing folder and let's just double check what the size is. So there's the itch.io. See what our properties are. What did it say? Okay, 1 megabyte. We're cooking with gas now. We should be able to replace that cover image. And can we do it? Yes, we can. Oh my God, look at that. Ho ho ho, that's looking so nice. It says recommended size 630 by 500. It does kind of crop the top and the bottom, but we got most of it in there. I'm gonna say we're good. We're good to go for today. We may have to adjust that a little bit later. I just don't have the mental fortitude to do it tonight, because I'm gonna be stopping the stream very soon here. I only intended to do about 2 hours tonight. Okay, so the next piece of this would be, all right, we got that all figured out. We're gonna go back over into Sprite, and we're gonna finalize one element here, and that is in our assets, sprites, it's our title. Where shall be our, is it called the title side, or did I call it something? Oh no, it's not sprites, it's in backgrounds. There you go. And it would be called demo title. Where are you at? There we go. So since we made some rat changes, we did some things on the show the other day, we were actually at version 3.2. So what I do is I go here and I duplicate the layer. And in this case, actually I need a 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this one, and we already have a 2. So I'm going to copy it, because all these letters are pixels. And I'm going to copy our 2. I'm going to hide that one, and I'm going to name this one 3.2. And I guess, are we still in alpha phase? I guess we are. We're still alpha. All right. And let's make that visible. We'll paste our 2 on there. I'm going to get rid of it for just a second. Put it right down there. Get rid of our 1. And replace it with our 2. And it looks like we're going to have to space the rest of these out just a little bit. You didn't know I did this all pixelated, did you? Well, I do. Now you know. We're at alpha 3.2. Let's get this thing exported out, and we will be set. Cool. Goes in the backgrounds folder, overwrite. And what this would do, and what we just did, if you were curious, is over here, it is loaded our title 3.2, so we can really know we're on the right one. So the first thing that I'll do is I will export this one as a ROM again, so we can get our ROM file. We can throw that guy in the Discord, and I don't think I can do a second one at the same time. Actually, I've never tried. Let me just hit that and see what that does. Oh shoot, it canceled the ROM build. Whoops. You can only do one at a time. So as that ROM is building, which neither of them, I just canceled it out. So I'll do the web build first. Let's go back online, and we're at this particular piece, 630 by 500. So I guess since we're waiting for that, might as well just mess around with the size of this. Let's see what we can do with 630 by 500. Oh, well, that was fast. The ROM build is done. So what you'll notice in here is there's a bunch of files that get just jacked in there. And so I'm going to click on the ones that are not zip files. And then I'm going to send them to a compressed file. And then I got to rename it in a second. So what I usually do is I just take the file that I did last time, throw that in there, put 2, and then let's change up our date. What's the date today? We are 0716. Did I put an 8 in there? 07816. We ain't there. Okay, so we got our alpha build. I like to put this because then it all alphabetically puts into order. And so we have the date, 2024, 0716, and then we're at alpha build 3.2. So that gets our web file ready to go. I'm going to put that off to the side for just a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our ROM file building while we go there. So I'll export as a ROM as we're waiting for the ROM to build. I'm going to go pop back over into here. And we need to do something at, let's go this. Let's open recent. And they said the canvas size ideally would be 630 by 500. So if you doubled that, and I don't know if that keeps scaling ratio. Let's try it like this. So resize document. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to say resize canvas. And, oh man, hold on a second. We're going to do this. I'm bad at maths. I'm not a math person. So 630 is on the width of this. So if we say 630 by 500, and we're going to create, we're going to say document resize canvas. I just want to see what we want to be at. So if we put that up to 1,000, I just want to make sure. So 793.7. It's fine. 794 is fine. So what I just was able to do is try to figure out like what is the width of this canvas that we should be able to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the canvas size. I'm going to decouple it and say if 794 was generally what we need to be at. And I'm going to put that in the middle. Oh, crap. It crops it. Let me try this one more time. Oh, that makes sense why it would crop it. 794, because there's not enough room for it. Shit. If we take the lock out, I'm hoping this is going to work. Document resize canvas, 794. I mean, I remember what it was, 793.7, just to be exactly. Okay. Now my hope is, which it is, it still comes off the canvas. All right, that actually works. I'm kind of perfectionist, and I'm spending time to do this now, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can open up the file. That's the cover art 3. Should be this one. So this is a Photoshop file, because Ryan created it in Photoshop. So it's giving me all these like problems, but it still looks pretty good. Let's see if there's a problem with it. So first of all, I'm going to save as, because I'm just going to have a version of this one, because you can't, I don't like to mess things up. So what I want to do is I want to adjust the size. So we're going to do first resize the document. We know this one needs to be at 1,000. Resize it so everything stays within the right spectrum. We're going to resize the canvas, decouple it. And that's going to be 793.7. Resized. Alrighty. So now, what I should be able to do. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's quite a bit of. All right, it seemed to do it. All right, we're good. We resized that. So now, can I move? All right, how would I want to do this? Let me see if I can do this. Man, a photo or Affinity Photo being able to do all of this work has been impressive. So if I pull that to the side, what I'm hoping that I should be able to do is just move this Game Boy to the side. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. All right, this is good. So now if I take this piece, move it to the side. What I should be able to do is export this. Oh, wait, hold on a second. There's something I see I don't like. I don't like how Skull Bob's at the top is not centered up. Look how anal this is. All right, let's see here. That looks pretty damn good. So we got the special version for itch.io right here today. You watched me make it. So if I export this guy now, do it as a PNG. It's going to give me some options. I'll just do it over the itch image and we are good to go. Look at all this. That is what ADHD and OCD gets for you, folks. It makes you get a little zoned out. I do not like how it crops on the top and bottom. So now if I go get that itch image, we should be able to get it to fit right in there. Just like that. Hells yeah. We are set up, ready to roll. We are saving it. We got the Skull Bob's looking Game Boy cover off to the side here. There's still some issues with it that I could fix right here. One little last piece is there's this gradient, and it's kind of making it black right there. So if I were to pull that, let me see if that fixes it. Nope. Where is our gradient? There is definitely a gradient there, but I'm not sure if we can affect it. Maybe it is on this one. Let's see here. Look at that. It is. But it makes a line, which could be okay. So maybe I put that just slightly there, and then I move the whole canvas this way. There we go. Just move that just a little bit, give it just enough. Sometimes you just got to do it when you're right then and there, because if you don't do it then, you're like, oh, I'll do it later. And you're like, you know what? That was going to take less than 5 minutes. I want to make it happen right now. And that's what makes things look really good. So it was a little too dark there now. We've lightened it up. We got the new page loaded up, looking very good on our itch page. So the final piece to this, the final piece of what we need to do today is we need to load the different zips. And so I have behind this on the itch page all the various zips that we've updated that are not accessible to folks. And so what I'll do is I'll upload the file, and that's going to be back on our desktop in an Aerobi's Adventure file, in our build file. And I am going to load this up. I am off to bed very soon too, babe. I am just loading this up. I'm tired, just like all of us. 3.2, load it in. We are going to, this file will be played in the browser. And this one will hide, and we'll upload said files. Oh, wait, no, we already uploaded it. We're going to save it. So I think one last thing, just because I'm here, if I go back over, and we'll save that, the dashboard, should go to double drop down. Look at that. That's looking really good. So if we go into this, I think one last thing that I want to do is adjust what this says up at the top here. So I'm getting a little bit of a second wind just to finalize this since I got it started. So I'm going to do that for right now for sure. And the wifey's going to bed, so I got to say goodnight to her. And a text message as I finalize this. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes in. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to finalize these last pieces. Do they have some sizing? That's the question I have. I want to change this banner. It's driving me nuts. And what Ryan gave me is if I go into photo here and I open something up, I'm pretty damn sure. Did he? Cover art. Sign. Here it is. I thought we had a sign. Oh my God, look at that. Tell me that doesn't look good. I don't even know if we have to change anything. I love it. We probably have to change the size, right? Because it was giving me hell earlier. So let's just try this. Change that to 1,000. Export. So we call that one image. I'll call this one banner. Cool. All right, baby. Let's check this out. Let's remove that image. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? More options. Okay, banner image. It's the marketing folder. There we go. Come on, look. Oh my God, that looks so good. This looks so good. Oh, I am loving this. Oh, shoot. Now we got to build this background piece. Okay, first of all, embed. All right, how will I know what the size of this is? Okay, here's my hack way of doing this. So I'm going to capture the screen. I have so many little hacks here that I've had to figure out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the general size that I'm able to grab from the screenshot of what that looks like. So 637, I'm going to write this one down. I'm actually going to round it up. So the width is going to be 638 by 356. Okay. So I'm going to cancel that. And what I'll do is I'm going to go back into here. So this is great. I didn't have to do a damn thing with that. This one's done. That one's done. I'm going to go ahead and open up the last of it, which is the cart. All right, we're going to save this as an A photo, which I'm down with. And we're going to finalize this last piece. So we're going to make this the right size. So if we change the document's canvas size, let's do what we did before too. Let's do file new. And we're going to create something at 638 by 356. I don't know if anything I'm doing makes any sense, but appreciate you watching. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to edit and resize the document. We want to update it to 1,000. Okay, there we go. Upscaled. We are at 1,000 by 558. So now this one's going to be a challenge because I'm not sure how I'm going to want to attack it, because what we need to do is essentially make something that is not that width. This width. So here it is. So if we say canvas size, we're going to change it to 1,000. 1, 2, 3. And we are at 558 on this other part. Size the canvas. Okay, this was the cart export. So what that means is I did not have a version of it. Let's see here. Sticker, logo, label. Shoot. Cover art, cart art. Hold on a sec. Gotta open the right file here. We needed to open the cart art, which is this file, which has all the layers that are very necessary for me to use. Okay, yeah, that makes about sense. All right, we can still do the same thing. So we're gonna resize the canvas, and we're gonna put that at 1,000 by 558. Resize that. And now, with any luck, Should be able to resize the rest of this document, which looks good. And actually, that might be what I do. Actually, I'm going to keep it just like that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put this here. So you got the skull bobs piece. We're going to go and move the skull up. It doesn't really matter if we have the other piece in there right now, because this is just like a riff version. So we're going to do doubledropdown.com. And actually, I'm just going to delete that one. I don't even need that one. This is the doubledropdown.com. And this side out. I'm vibing with that. I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than it was. Just make sure this skull's gets up there. You know what? Maybe we should bring the barrel up. We're doing it. Bring the barrel up. There we go. I'm loving it. It's looking good. So we're going to file. We will save as. Save for that cart art. Okay. If we go back in, we should have now a good little face for our covers here. So we will embed. Okay, we can get rid of that page. So just remove image. Yep. Wait a second. Where did it go? Okay. Upload background. Oh my god. Wait, where is it? Oh, shoot. Gotta export it. File. Export. And we don't want to really I'll do it. itch.io cart art. Now we're cooking with gas. I think we've definitely upped our game tonight, folks. I've hit on some. Okay, I don't know why I just did that, but that pisses me off because I shouldn't have done that. All right, so the only other way I can think about to fix that is that I just need to adjust this to the original size when I exported it. So what I'm gonna say is resize the document. Now that that's 1,000, that's fine. Let's go back to that 638. So 638. Resize it. Save it. Doesn't look great, but whatever. Wait, hold on a second. Did I do that? Ah, shit. Hold on a second, folks. Document size. All right. We don't want to overwrite that document. The layers. And that is cart art a photo. I see. Okay, there it is. Cart art. Open document. And we're changing this one back down to 638. 638. And we are resizing you, saving you. I think we're basically done with that application. All right, let's see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, we're gonna just continue running with what we have. Oh, I removed the background, which actually should probably be done because I didn't want to use that again. All right, we did it. That is, oh, that's looking so good. So good. So then the question is like, what do we want to do for the background? And maybe what I should do is like a nice green color or something like that. So I can't, it says I have to upload a background in this. So I'm wondering if I go back into here, could I make a, guess a repeating background of that green. Let me find the right amount of green. It's probably like right around there. So what green is that? We'll just roll with this one for the evening. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go File, New, and we are going to make a 1 pixel by 1 pixel image. Single pixels here, folks. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this little guy with our green. The green that we have. There we go. And we will call this one, for now, we don't want a photo. We want to export it as a PNG, which is fine with me. And I'll call this one green. Boom. That way we have a singular pixel that will load very quickly, hopefully in this background here. So we'll upload our green on repeat. Look at that. Look at that. Skullbob's Adventures is in full swing, everyone. Look at that. That is looking sexy as all hell. I love it. I think we nailed it for the night, folks. The only last thing they'd be able to do is just validate that it's doing what we expected it to do. Okay, so you go here. Oh wait, what the fish? What? Did I not save my theme? Are you for real right now? Okay, at least we have everything there. It shouldn't be a problem to go and upload all those things, but I could have freaking sworn that I did all the right things. Good thing we saved all those. Okay, so we're gonna put our green background back in there. Good thing I checked it, right? Remove image. Oh, I didn't hit save at the bottom. There's a save in the lower left-hand side. I would have been all stoked thinking I got the thing all saved up. Save. Gotta save it. It's an important part about this. Good thing I checked. I'm actually really excited that I checked that. So let's go to Skullbob's Adventures. There we go. I think that looks really good. I see some little, a little tiny something up here that I'm going to have to go adjust, but I'll do that at another time because I feel like we've nailed what we needed to come up with tonight. So let's run the game. Let's see if it runs in the way that we'd expect it to. There we go. There's our rat up there. Yep. I gotta take that out of the game. I keep forgetting about it. All right, let's see what happens when I beat this rat. Ah, son of a... God damn it. Oh, beating the rat. Beating the rat. Boom. All right, it's looking good. Okay, the rat beating is I'm down to half a heart, man. I'm gonna die if I... Actually, I should try to die. Okay, so go to the top. What happens to come back down? It's not running around, but it is glitched. It is very, very lag. Not as... Yeah, it's still laggy. It's pretty bad laggy. We'll figure that out later. All right, let's die. Game over. Thank you for hanging out tonight. For anybody that's been out there with me, Mike Azul was in the chat. We had Tri-Enemy jumping in. He helped build the rat tonight. We had Stealth Mouse. Have a good night. Thank you so much for your time, your effort, the support of the channel. It's always fun. See you next time. Peace out.